Brad Johnson here from johnson.audio, and today I'm going to explain to you the difference of mixing and mastering. Now, mixing and mastering in the recording process, I believe, is one of the most misunderstood parts of the whole entire thing, especially for people who are outside of the recording world. Now, if you've been doing recording for a long time, it might seem like this is super easy. I totally understand the difference. Why would I need to watch a video on this? Well, this isn't for you. This is for that songwriter. This is for that artist who wants to understand the process of recording better. This hopefully will help explain it just a little bit so that way you can grasp the concepts between the two. I'm not going to dive into a session right now and show you exactly how to mix or exactly how to master in this video. I will do that in future videos with sessions that I'm currently working on, but right now I just want to give you the general concepts. Now, in my Music Leader's Handbook, I do explain the entire recording process, including mixing and mastering, and I break it down like how someone would build a house. Mixing is the interior design. You're making all the tracks work together, and so that way it feels like a cohesive whole. Mastering is putting on that polishing coat. It's the landscaper. It's making sure that the track fits within the cohesive whole of the album and also fits along other tracks that are commercial releases. Now, what does that look like? Mixing at its most basic is balance. You're making sure all the individual tracks that have been recorded fit together as a whole and they fill out a stereo spectrum. So that's, again, in my mixing explained video, that's front, back, the sides, the EQ, the compression, saturation, sends, all that kind of stuff that makes a mix a mix. That is mixing. It's working with all the individual different tracks. Mastering is working with all those tracks together and then polishing them and making sure they're ready for a radio commercial release. That they're going to be at the same level as other professional recordings, that the EQs are going to be proper so that it translates between every single system, because you have to think about that. Just because it sounds good through your monitors doesn't mean it's going to sound good through a car speaker or through your MacBook speaker or an iPod speaker. But a good mastering engineer will make sure that it's all frequency balanced to make sure that it will translate to all those different systems. Now, you should be checking your mixes on different systems to make sure that there is translatability, but the mastering engineer will take it to that next level. Now, the mastering engineer works with the stereo files. So basically just the left and right version of your mix, and you compile all of those tracks together, you create a stereo track. The mastering engineer is going to work with that stereo track, do some compression to it, some light EQ, some limiting to boost up the level to make sure that it's at level so that when you're listening to it against another track, it's not like, well, this track's way quieter than this track. But the thing is, if you're mastering, you're trying to master your own tracks, and you're doing huge moves in the equalizer or huge moves with compression, doing lots of compression, you don't have a good mix yet. It's not ready for mastering. Go back to your mix and fix that. Mastering is little tweaks. It is seriously dB increments. It is fine tuning. It is very, very, very delicate kind of stuff. And so that is really the big difference, is that mastering is like the last 5% of the entire process. Mixing is a bigger percentage of that. It should take you much longer to mix your track than it should take you to master your track. And a good mixed track shouldn't need much mastering. They are two totally different pieces to the puzzle. But mastering is fine tuning. Very, very little movements. All right, that is the overview of the whole entire mixing versus mastering process. Give me a comment below if you got anything out of this. If you want me to expand on anything, please let me know. If you just want to reach out and say hello, I'd love to hear from you. Give me a thumbs up if you got anything out of this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I am Brad Johnson at johnson.audio, where I help you sing your story, mix your mission, and master your message. I will see you on the next video. Bye.